Hold on. I'm processing. Hold on. Let me check audio real quick. Hello. Yeah. I think the background is a little bit loud. Okay. I think it should be okay. Please let me know if the audio is a bit too loud. Because MOGU's audio is a little bit soft as well. But okay. It's good? Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Konbanwa mi, Licht Vapour desu. Streaming to you from the Southeast Asian shores. My name is Licht Vapour, your favorite mermaid prince. And today, welcome to the first episode of my weekly interview show, Trans Thai Talks, where I interview trans and non-binary YouTubers, Vtubers every other week, or every other week. I interview trans and enby Vtubers every week and spread awareness about how Vtubing has in particular helped trans and non-binary Vtubers cope with daily life and how it's an art form, I suppose. Hold on. I'm doing a little oops. Okay. Fuck. Today's guest is my best friend and unfortunately yours, MOGU. Wait, let me unmute you. Yay!
Bro.
Okay. Hello. MOGU is here. Say hi, MOGU.
Hello.
Hello. Oomph going through it. Yes, Oomph is going through it. Unfortunately, I should not be able to handle my own talk show. It was a terrible idea. I'm just like
I'm having fungal dysfunction, like erectile dysfunction. Fungal.
What would that entail exactly?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You're the one who created it.
Doesn't mean I know all about it. It's like when you like when a doctor asks you to like name a disease after you know.
What? What the fuck are you talking of? MOGU's eyes disappear. Okay, the reason MOGU's eyes disappear when they light up is because they rigged their own model, and when they rigged their own model for the joy emote, they didn't like change the eyes, so it kind of caves in. Like, see, like hold on. See, mine don't cave in, but MOGU's do because MOGU's an idiot. That's why.
I know where you live. I will literally like. Yeah.
You can come over. You can come over anytime, bitch. That is not a problem. Yeah, MOGU's eyes disappear because every time they speak, they can't see because that's why.
Sorry, I'm Asian.
That's why all their answers are like.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Audacity.
Yes, I store it in my fish brain.
Which is actually quite creamy and delicious. Anyway,
The audacity is stored in the brain, which you do not have.
it's not in the balls for me.
But you're a mushroom.
Who says mushrooms can't have balls?
I don't even have a fucking answer for that. I'm going to shit myself.
No.
No. Okay. Yes, this is a professional interview.
Yes.
Yes.
Come on, Channels News Asia.
Welcome to Channel News Asia, where we fucking show memes on national television. Because of the Wall Street thing, CNA was like
Oh my
playing the
God.
fucking, they were showing the memes from Reddit. Anyway, this is a professional interview about spreading awareness. Oh my god, thank you, Shirin! Thank you for the donation, which I forgot to put the notification for on this screen as well, because... Stop laughing at me! I would like to thank God personally for emails. Thank you, Shirin, for the donation. I will not be sharing it with Mogu.
Every day.
Every day! I wake up and I choose violence against this bitch personally. Okay,
Like a mushroom.
let us get into the questions, shall we?
Yes.
The questions. Questionnaire. Hold on, I'm checking audio. Wait, hold on, sorry.
Don't worry.
Okay, yeah, the audio's working fine. Okay, we're gonna start the question part of the fucking interview talk show. Instead of me constantly flaming Mogu, which I do on a daily basis anyway.
Chaco.
Okay, Mogu, how did you get into Vtubing exactly?
It literally got me into it. Like I remember, like you just like started posting about like I think Kageyama Shane like for like what like 3 days, right? Like all I could just scroll down my Twitter timeline is just like oh Kageyama, some freaking Niji Sanji guy, and I was like oh my god. And then you were like oh I'm gonna become a VTuber. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll become a VTuber as well.
This bitch got FOMO.
Yeah, it's not FOMO.
This motherfucker was like, oh shit, becoming a VTuber? Is that the thing now?
Yeah, like it's like e-girl but like for ugly people.
No! But you're an e-girl anyway! Every day.
Yeah.
Every day you wake up and ask me if I want to see your sexy ego photos.
Emma's killing me on live television right now.
There's like
Oh,
4
God.
people, please. Nope, never mind, there's 6 people. I was wrong.
Oh my goodness.
6 people are watching you get roasted on live television.
Don't forget to follow and subscribe on my YouTube channel, y'all, if you enjoy seeing me get roasted more often. Shameless self-promo.
Yeah, but like, why exactly did you decide to join Vtubing? As in, like, was it like just kind of one of those, oh, I'll try it out and see how it goes, or were you like, I've got FOMO?
I think it's not really about like full FOMO actually, because the thing is like I've always wanted to at least like you know like be my own idol in that sort of way.
You want to be
And the
your
thing
own?
is, like,
Okay, Unstars Kinney, let's get it on.
every time I say something serious, you try and kill me in the head. I forgot to say that thought. My goodness. No, but the thing is that like I feel like especially with how like social media is progressing nowadays, like it's really all about like your looks and everything. Because like I feel like with like especially with like more people are like getting into like not really like okay, I need to articulate it, but like I feel like it's more about like people want to see like the persona, but they don't want to actually get like the actual person, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And like some people find it like very like therapeutic to actually like, you know, like play pretend to like, you know, kind of like ignore like the troubles in their life and stuff. And I was like, oh, you know, it's a VTuber, like I kind of found like rigging fun, and I've always thought of like actually like becoming at least like a virtual idol and stuff, cause like with Kizuna I was like one of my first like exposures to some of like the idol stuff, which I actually found like quite like exciting. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well I can see that. I think especially for like for a lot of like trans people, especially since both of us were like bullied growing up, I think that's like it's a good coping mechanism. This MF like right before the stream was like, I'm about to expose my unhealthy coping mechanisms on live television.
All mushrooms know how to do is decompose materials, spores, and inoculate logs.
Except you just decompose yourself.
Yeah.
You dysfunction fungal. That's what dysfungal infection means. Fungal wait. Fungal dysfunction. I had to say erectile dysfunction in my head and then swap it out with fungal, and I still couldn't get it.
Insane.
Verbal dyslexia.
Yes.
What ADHD does to a MF.
Yeah.
Hey Rhea, thank you for dropping by. Oh my god, Kirby, hello.
Kirby has passed away.
Kirby, hello. Okay, next question. How has Vtubing helped you express yourself as a non-binary person, or help you like cope with dysphoria in any sort of way?
I feel like especially with like Vtubing, because like you have your own persona per se, as in like you have your own character design and everything. Like it really like helps like alleviate like the more like dysphoric parts of myself, because like for me in real life actually like I'm very feminine, I'm short, and like I basically cannot pass as a trans guy even if I tried my best. But with MOGU I feel very safe like streaming as him, because streaming as them, I mean like I go by he, they anyway, but I feel like very like comfortable streaming as them, because like I feel like, you know, it doesn't really have a lot like the dysphoric parts about me actually. Yeah.
That's fair. And you mentioned something just now about mushrooms having like 20,000 genders or something like that.
I'm a Pokemon collector, I gotta collect them all.
Wait, so you're not like any one of them, you're all 2,000, you're all 20,000 at once?
Yes. Is there a problem?
Let's go Chaos from Hades!
My gender is...
Your gender is supermarket mushroom.
Thank you.
Oh, why don't you share, since we're on the topic, why don't you share some of Mogu's lore with us?
Oh man, MOGU, oh my god. Yeah, you kind of just spoke about it, but I am a mushroom.
Yes! Yes! Fantastic! Yeah. We're going places. You're gonna make it far, man. This MF, I literally put on the thumbnail MOGU the mushroom. I am a mushroom.
No, I feel like okay, I am a mushroom. Like basically, like you know those like supermarket mushrooms that are like packaged in containers. Right?
Yes.
One day I just turned into a VTuber. Like I just became a humanoid. And,
you just materialized.
Yeah, I just manifested out of a bunch of mushroom.
Was it like? Are you human sized or are you like mushroom sized?
I'm incredibly small. I'm like the size of like a portobello mushroom at best.
A portobello mushroom. Let me search how big is a portobello mushroom.
I feel like everyone has such a cool backstory, and I'm literally just a mushroom.
I think it's like, funny. How big is a 4 to 6 inches? What's that in non-American? 4 to 6 inches. Okay, I'm just gonna give you the smallest one, so you're 4 inches tall. You're 10 cm tall, I was right!
I'm the size of a ruler.
You're the size of what? Sorry.
A ruler.
No, a ruler is 15 cm, bitch, you're 10 cm.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Just like real life.
Every day.
Every day I wake up and choose mushroom violence.
Yes.
I personally pluck you out of the soil and put you in my mouth.
No. This MF is gonna bore me.
It's not bore if I don't chew.
I just saw it, like my brain literally just shriveled up.
Like a raisin.
Yes.
Can you
like
even
a
fit?
raisin.
Wait. If you're 10 cm tall, right? That means your head is like the size of a thumb. So your brain would be like, so your brain is the size of your heart.
Sesame seed.
And your heart would be the size of like, yeah, your brain would be the size of a sesame seed.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Why are you telling me have a nice day? You're the one with a sesame seed brain. Okay. Okay. Like, okay, anyway, getting back to like the topic at hand, I can see like how, especially since if you wear an ugly ass shirt like that in real life, you'll get flamed anyway.
Excuse me. Is MF trying to kill me online? Probably.
Yeah, no, like I can understand, like especially since we're both from like an Asian country, and we both have very traditional Chinese families, so to speak. Even though mine is a little more traditional than yours, like it's a bit hard to cope.
Chinese.
Yeah, but Asian families. I'm sorry. This MF talking about their Cantonese aunts all the time, and then when I say one thing, they're like, I'm not Chinese. Oh, I'm a minority.
Yeah, I'm a mushroom. The M in minority stands for mushroom.
No, the M in minority. The M in mushroom stands for moron.
A murder has been committed.
Yeah, well, yeah, especially since we're both like non-binary and we're both AFAB, and we were raised in like a very traditional Asian setting, I suppose. I think like embodying a character or like an extension of yourself is a good way to help cope with dysphoria and everything, especially since for us, we're not really playing characters. We have characters, but we're so bad at role-playing, we end up just flaming each other anyway.
No, that's you. I am civil. I am a nice person.
I am
You just
civil.
violent.
I am civil.
I will shit in your cereal the next time we meet.
This bitch, I am civil. The next thing they say, I will shit in you next time.
No, I said in the cereal.
Who's that? Hi Doris! Thank you for dropping by. You did not miss anything. It's just me and Mogu fucking like stabbing each other. We just take turns shanking each other with a knife.
Yeah.
This is what best friends do. You just stab each other. You stab each other and watch Twilight.
Yes. Sorry, I am Russian.
I also know Russian. Okay. Oh my god. Okay.
We went out of topic.
Next question. What was the idea behind your character, and like why specifically did you choose mushrooms? Because like from a personal standpoint, I know that you're really into like herbology and nature and everything, and Mogu actually has a lot of vast knowledge on like plants and wildlife and like everything like that. So do you mind explaining as to like why specifically you chose mushrooms, and you know how that like correlates with all your knowledge and your passion for plants?
You thought so deep about like my you made like me becoming a mushroom such a deep thing, when actually in reality, like when I was younger, when I was around like 8 to 12, right, that was like kind of like in like elementary school, like I had a lot of issues like growing up because like I was very
What
tomboyish.
changed?
Anyway. Come on, No, but like I had a lot of issues with my gender because
Yeah.
like my parents basically raised me to be kind of like girly and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And basically I had like a lot of problems. So like what I did, I actually like cut my hair really short.
Mm.
But the issue is that like my hair is really thick, so I ended up looking
Like a mushroom!
So like the thing is like the bullies in primary school used to
The
call me
kin!
mushroom head.
You were the OG Kinney.
No. I used to get called mushroom head. Like it got so bad because like two other people got like bullied for getting called mushrooms, and we ended up like forming like a mushroom circle. You know, I was oyster mushroom. I can still remember.
Are you
it.
kidding me?
I'm literally not. Like what bullying does to 3MFs. My friend
Bullying turns people into Kinnies, you hear that?
bullying turns people into a mushroom.
You just, boo, fungus.
Yeah, but actually because of that, like I mean, like I've always been like interested in like biology and stuff. And, like, with mushrooms, like I find them very interesting because like they're neither classified as like a plant or they are neither classified as an animal, and because of that, like mushrooms are actually quite interesting. Cause,
Aren't
like,
they classified as decomposers?
they're classified as fungi. There's a difference between this. I just said animal and
Yeah, but I thought decomposers aren't like a plant or an animal, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Then aren't they classified as decomposers because they're not plants or animals?
Sorry, I don't take pure bio. Yes.
This MF out here contradicting themselves.
No, but the thing about it is that with decomposers is that like actually bacteria can also be decomposers, but they're not really classified as fungi. That's the issue.
Oh, that's true.
Fungi is their own genus actually. And also with like mushrooms, it's like there are actually like some mushrooms that are like so similar to humans that if you eat them you get like an allergic reaction because it's like the equivalent of eating human skin, you know?
Wait, sorry. Can we rewind for a second? Mushrooms are similar to humans?
No, yeah, cause like some mushrooms, right? They are so similar to human flesh that if you eat them, you will get like allergic reactions. You know, like yeah.
What the fuck?
Really, like, yeah, fungus are really peak performance. Like it's been here since like the earth, like
Since the earth.
right? Yeah, like I'm serious. Like you know, like when bacteria started like becoming quirky and became like
When bacteria started not being like other girls.
Yeah, exactly.
They started listening to Billie Eilish and wearing oversized t-shirts.
No, the bacteria started listening to Corpse Husband. Sorry, Corpse, if you ever like come across this stream, I'm sorry.
Anyway, yes, you were saying.
Yeah, but in general I find like mushrooms very interesting, not only because of like my personal history behind it, but also because of like the bunch of like benefits and everything. And also I find like their shapes are like very endearing because like mushrooms are one of like my oldest interests and everything because of getting bullied as a kid.
You find their shapes enduring.
Yeah.
Mushroom sexual.
No.
I'm about to post an NSFW accounts with naked mushrooms. No. Mushroom lewd.
Mushroom OnlyFans.
Mushroom only. It's just photos of the spores.
Yeah. No, those are the babies.
Oh shit! It's the photos of the underneath.
Yeah.
The spore cap? Is that what it's called?
No, the gills.
The gills, right?
Yeah.
Hey, we have something in common. Get it? Cause I'm a fish, and then mushrooms have
At least you don't use your gills to reproduce.
No, that'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it? Like, literally speaking, if fish use their lungs to would you be breathe? Anyway, this is a PG-13 family-friendly channel.
Come on, this animal planet.
Net Chihuahua, let's go! Bear Grylls manifesting in my house right now.
Yes.
He's like, he manifests and he's like, hello, have you drank your pee today?
The snake skin and the pee inside.
Have you had your daily dose of what's it called? Urea?
Oh my god.
Bio student popping off. Ooh. Me and MOGU are very chaotic, yes. I told you to brace yourself. Yeah. Also, do you want to talk about like the mushrooms you grew in your house?
My god. The first time, oh my god, there's so much disgusting stories because things my house is like really humid.
Yes.
My house grows like mushrooms really easily.
Yes, I can attest to that.
I remember like one time, right? Like I left like dirty stuff underneath my bed, and then like I removed it because it was in a box, and like when I removed it, like mushrooms were growing out of it. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I was talking about the mushrooms you grew outside your house, you idiot.
Oh, I thought you meant like the mushrooms that accidentally grew, not the
the ones you purposely grew, you bitch. Thank you for dropping by, Doris. But why the fuck do you think I would ask about the mushrooms you randomly grew because you were unhygienic?
Every day I lose. Every day I lose.
Every day you lose. There is no winning. There is no winning. You purposely just walk into the loser circle.
The loser circle is just me and myself.
Population of 1.
Yes. No, but with mushrooms, like I recently got into mushroom growing. Like it's pretty expensive because like in the country that I'm in, like space is very scarce, and with mushrooms, like at least like you can get like spawn bags, which is basically like inoculated bags full of grain, which the mushrooms like grow inside and everything. And like I ended up growing like golden oyster mushrooms, and like they were pretty delicious. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't get to try them, but I did. I did see them growing, and they were very sizable.
Yes, they were humongous.
They were large and in charge.
Yes. Come on, plus size mushroom.
Let's go! But then they can't get clothes at your local Forever 21.
Don't call me out.
No! You get clothes fine. Cause you cut all your clothes.
Yes.
Yes.
Every day.
This MF wakes up and is like, what will fall victim to my child scissors today?
Oh my god. Yeah,
my child safe scissors with the little like safety guard on, so I don't cut my little thingy wingies. My little thingy wingies.
Every day.
Every day.
Suffering.
Every day I wake up and commit fish violence.
Yes.
I'm the fish slap meme, except I'm the fish slapping the mushroom.
Yes.
I just smack my whole face across the mushroom.
On golden pomfret.
What? Excuse me, I'd much rather be salmon.
Oh my god.
I'm the OG streamer. Wait, I need to show the photo. Wait, let me try and find the meme. Let me try and find the meme. When I first started, in case anyone is confused, when I first started Vtubing, this MF sent me the same photo every fucking day, and it was this photo of 2 salmon in a river, and it said the OG streamer.
Yes.
But I can't find the photo. I found it! Never mind, I found the photo. Yes! Yes.
I'm gonna get kicked out of the stream just to be the OG streamer.
I am the OG streamer. Hold on, let me add image. I must show everybody the OG streamer. The OG streamer! Here it is! I'm putting it over Mogu's face.
Oh my god, every day.
This is fish supremacy. This is what we call fish supremacy, everybody.
Every time I go to Sushi Express and I eat the salmon, I'm like, this is for you, Lich.
You're just eating me!
That's what you get.
Motherfucker! I eat sauteed mushrooms and I think about you.
Peak friendship.
I've covered you. You are the OG streamer. Okay, let's get on with the questions. Your thought. Okay, what are your thoughts exactly? Oh my god, why does my model keep doing that? Anyway,
I don't think.
What are your thoughts? I don't think. Wait. This bitch has never had a thought in their life. They try and form a coherent thought and they just explode.
Yeah.
And then you manifest again in another supermarket.
Yeah.
NTUC just has
yeah.
like 30 mogus running around.
Yeah, no, my law, okay, I'm gonna reveal more law.
Yes.
But like, I'm approximately 15 minutes old. I will die soon.
I'm sorry? Wait. Okay. Wait. Let's rewind a bit. Sorry. Huh?
His fish brain is working overtime.
My fish brain is working. My fish brain is meant to withstand 5 minutes of knowledge, not this. Every day I wake up and take immense psychic damage from you.
No, but the thing is, like, cause mushrooms technically don't, like, the reproducing parts, which is actually what you consider the mushroom, don't really live a lot.
Okay.
But the actual mushroom lives underground.
What? Wait, what do you mean?
Okay.
Like a root vegetable?
No. It's like, shit, I wish I could screen share, but like my tablet's on fire. No, it's like you know, like the tree, right?
Yes.
Like the mushroom is the tree, and the actual mushroom that you eat is like the fruit. I am eternal. I cannot die.
Huh? Wait, okay, you mean like the so to speak roots of the mushroom act like the other is the actual like support, and then the
Yep.
quote unquote mushroom that you eat is like the outside part, which is kind of like the fruit.
Yes.
I see. Okay. Every day I learn something new about mushrooms because I am friends with you.
Yes.
Never in my life did I think I was going to get this much mushroom lore. You took the photo, you posted it on Instagram.
The OG streamer.
The OG streamer. Fuck! Oh my god. Okay. We're so bad at staying on topic. Fuck. Oh my god. Okay. What are your thoughts on like indie versus commercial YouTubers? Vtubers, because obviously like a lot of indie Vtubers like get into Vtubing from companies like Hololive and Niji Sanji and even like VShojo and stuff. But you know, we are too big of losers to join something like that.
Yeah.
So like, do you personally think like commercial VTubing is better or like indie VTubing?
The thing about commercial, I feel like because like you're underneath a company, like you have really like so many things you don't really need to like worry about, and like advertisement is so much easier. Because like the company has already gotten that like settled for you, you know. Because the thing is that like I feel, especially for like let's say like Hololive and stuff, like their character animations are like so well put together, and like you know like their character art especially is like very smooth and detailed. But for the both of us are like literally like surviving on VR Studio.
You mean Vroid?
Yes.
What the fuck is VR Studio?
Sorry, I do not have a brain.
I have, for anybody who's wondering, I now have like wait, let me actually double check. It probably has increased since I last did it. I currently have 66 hours on record in Vtube
Touch some grass, king.
in Vroid Studio.
MF needs to touch some grass.
I've touched much grass. I've seen you the past 2 days, and I have touched you on the arm.
Unfortunately.
Excuse me, bitch. I don't travel across this fucking country for nothing. You are the grass that I touch.
No.
Let's go Fault in Our Stars.
Okay. Wait, I feel like we're going out of topic again.
Okay, yeah. So like, commercial VTubers have like all the assets and everything like prepared for them, and you know, obviously they have a lot less to worry about in the financial sector. But what do you think about in terms of like creative freedom and self-expression and stuff like that?
I feel like they really have like less amount of creative freedom, because I feel like especially like with like Hololive, like they just like stick to like a particular theme, they can't really like reveal or like a lot of like personal information. But I feel like with indie Vtubing, like there's a lot of like more like personal and creative freedom we can do. Like I feel like, to be honest, right, I feel like indie Vtubers are like way better when it comes to like character design, especially because like especially like the trans Vtubers I've seen, like the MTF Vtubers I've seen, right? Like, they're super creative. They put a lot of effort into their work.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one MTF VTuber that I know is called Ruko, and she's lovely. Her design is like, I guess in like comparison it's like plain, but it represents a lot about her. And I think the thing is that cause originally I was also gonna do like the Niji Sanji editions, right? But
You're baby.
First of all, I'm baby. I'm only 152 years old.
Come on, grandpa.
Okay, that you talk big for someone who's 15 minutes old and is gonna die soon. This bitch about to decompose in like 3 minutes. I live for another 100 years, bitch.
Okay.
Get over yourself. But yeah, like I remember seeing like clips of Himawari or Honhima like saying that when she joined Niji Sanji they had a character prepared for her, so like she didn't get to choose
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, or create her own character. She had to just fulfill the character they already had prepared. Because the thing is that I think like obviously it's the company that's paying for like all the VTuber stuff, and like the live 2D rigging and the art and the assets and the layouts and everything. So obviously the company's gonna like take advantage of that and create characters that they think will market better instead of giving like the actual creators creative freedom, which I guess like both sides has its pros and cons, I guess, also because commercial VTubing obviously is easier to reach a bigger audience as well. But you prefer indie VTubing, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, how has the experience been for you, personally?
Personally, I haven't really been VTubing a lot.
Yes, I realized.
Because of like family issues and stuff. But like what I find really fun is like, it's just like you just get to vibe. Like you aren't really under any constant pressure to like, you know, like incur profit for the company or
yeah.
How much how much views are like, or like, you know, like how bad your thing is. Like I'm just there, just like streaming whatever game I want to stream.
You're just decomposing.
Like, yeah, exactly.
And like I guess you don't have to worry about copyright either.
Yeah.
Because it's
exactly.
not, even if your video gets like copyright claimed, you're not gonna get like scolded or anything because the monetization has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, exactly.
I see. Do you think like, okay, so Niji Sanji has a few openly LGBT VTubers like the infamous Crossic, which is Sukoya Kana and Shirayuki Tomoe, and also Gundo Mirei has openly admitted that she's bi before and has been to there's a clip of her like talking about the time she went to like a lesbian meetup, but everyone was a bottom. Or like
just me go to your house.
No, sorry. I gotta ignore that. Or like everyone was a top and no one could find like a bottom.
Just you coming to my house.
Motherfucker.
I'm about to cry. Gonna pee your pants.
I'm gonna pee your pants.
No.
This is external Mami Boko pants.
Oh my god.
Mami Boko pants shoves you into a toilet.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. But yeah, so like, do you think? But from all I know, I don't think Hololive has like any openly queer creators. I know Matsuri has like hinted and something like that before, but I don't think anybody, and like there's obviously all like the shipping and stuff, but I think that's mostly a lot of people speculate that that's mostly just for like marketing purposes and stuff, because obviously Hololive's audience and content caters to be a cishet male audience.
Yeah.
Specifically in Japan, which is also part of the reason why HoloStars and HoloLive can't really interact.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah, so like, do you think corporations would eventually like, oh my computer. Well, do you think corporations would eventually be more open to having openly queer creators in their company and as their talents, or do you think that would be like, quote unquote, like too diverse, or like not a good marketing strategy?
Actually, it's a very difficult topic for me to do because like recently I've been quite involved in like a lot of like transgender protesting and
Yeah.
activism like offline.
Yeah.
So like the thing is like when it comes to like commercial like VTubing and everything, especially with like how like Japan is still like very extremely like far right and conservative, I feel like
Yeah.
a lot change because I feel like yeah, exactly, the gay agenda and like basically like how like extremism is becoming more like popular, which is kind of unsettling honestly.
The
And
gay agenda.
yeah, exactly, because I feel like so I feel like some companies might do it, you know, like just for diversity points and stuff. But like I feel like more like how do I say it, like LGBT YouTube like Vtubers in like corporate companies. Like yeah, I feel like a lot of social change is needed to make that happen. Especially
That's fair. Especially since I
Yeah.
think like now HoloLive and Nijisanji are such big they're super popular in Japan and everything. They're such
Yeah,
big
yeah,
they're such big and famous companies. Like I appreciate Nijisanji for not minding and everything, because I think the one of the big issues or like big restraints for HoloLive is that they market themselves as idols.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, while Nijisanji markets themselves more as just like streamers who happen to be virtual YouTubers.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, do you want to talk about a bit of like the activism thing that you've been involved in? Because right now, me and MOGU's country has been in a bit of a tussle with the government. Do you?
No, like
Yeah.
yeah, basically like my friend got arrested because they were protesting against like the.
Could the audio from MOGU be a bit higher? Unfortunately, MOGU's computer is like a fucking burnt potato, so let me just lower the background music a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I've lowered the background music, so hopefully you're louder. Claude, let me know if it's okay. I'm so sorry I cannot turn the audio any higher from MOGU, because this is not something from my side that I can control. MOGU was using a microphone, and it was great. And right before the stream started, MOGU's microphone fucking died because they bought it off like
eBay.
off basically like the equivalent of eBay. So
Every day I cry myself to sleep from being broke. Okay, anyway,
Yes.
basically in our country, like Ministry of Education basically blocked off a transgender student going on hormones, and basically it's very shady, it's very dodgy. Basically a lot of activists have been protesting it because it's very unfair, and like basically the Ministry of Education basically kind of like overtook their right to like dictate like someone's medicine, which is like, what they shouldn't do.
because it's not essentially what a lot of people were saying is that the Ministry of Education was interfering with the Ministry of Healthcare's
exactly
with the Ministry of Healthcare's work, and they're two completely different ministries. So the Education Ministry actually doesn't have any right to stop that transgender girl from going onto hormones because it's not involved with education at all. It's a healthcare concern. So continue, MOGU.
So basically like some activists like went to like protest like outside. Like they didn't even protest that much, like they protested for 5 minutes before,
They
like,
held
the
signs and
arrest-
stood there, and then they got arrested.
yeah, like just like 5 people, like they just protested for 5 minutes, and like like, they didn't even like do that much, but they already got arrested. So like basically like tomorrow, like I'm attending a online protest.
Oh,
and
the Zoom one,
basically, like,
right?
yeah, the Zoom one, cause like I have the link and everything. Cause yeah, Because like you gotta show your face and stuff, and basically it's gonna be sent to the Ministry of Education to basically show like their unhappiness towards their actions. Yeah.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I will not be participating in that for literal safety reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's MOGU actually does like a lot for the community here as well. Like outside of VTubing and everything. When MOGU and I first became friends sometime like last year, it was when the small pride in our country was taking place, and MOGU did an illustration for like the video because we couldn't have like an actual parade obviously because of the virus and everything. But so they held like an online event, and MOGU drew one of the illustrations for that event, and it was I just remember it saying abstinence.
Come on, Christianity.
Let's go. Like outside of VTubing, it's like obviously like VTubing is an escape from like all these problems and everything, but I really admire MOGU in the fact that they like always like participate in these things. Obviously I think I would as well if it wasn't like a detriment to my safety, but MOGU always tries their best to like participate in events and like that, and that's why I really like admire MOGU and everything, even though they're a fucking idiot. I'm not allowed to say anything nice about you without insulting you. I have to compromise.
Yeah, but this year, if okay, so the event is basically Pink Dot. It's like the only way like gay people in like this country can like protest. Cause I'm finally legal. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can finally start like actually like volunteering and everything, which is like amazing. Cause like I've literally waited like 6 years of my life.
Wait, sorry, but don't you have to like actually be 18? Like, doesn't your birthday have to pass? Won't your birthday only pass towards the end of the year?
Oh shit, you're right. Well, I guess COVID has to continue even more.
You're like, damn, I'm not gonna turn 18 anytime soon. Alright, COVID, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But I mean, like online, it's way easier to participate because of like the government can't really like track you and stuff.
That's true. Don't they note down the names of the people there or something like that?
No, they don't actually. Actually, they do because you have to check your ID before like you attend the protest and everything, and you need to be like a citizen of the country.
Oh yes. You do need to be a citizen of a country. Yes. I forgot about that.
To actually participate, which is kind of shitty because like basically like our country's government doesn't want like foreign interference in like our beloved states like politics, which is like absolute bullshit.
Yeah, which is why. Yeah.
But recently, the one good thing which is about COVID is that like I feel that like because like everything is like a lot of like the LGBT events are now online. Like I feel like it's easier for like a lot of like closeted like teens to basically like participate.
Yeah. I personally haven't really participated, but that's just because I don't fucking pay attention.
Yes.
I just like close both eyes and pretend I don't see drama.
Yeah, couldn't be me.
Yeah, no.
I will
IRL
beef with the government if I have to.
IRL MOGU hardcore.
No.
MOGU IRL is not like, I wouldn't say hardcore's not quite the word. IRL MOGU's very passionate about these things, and which is something that I really admire them for. Because they're always like
so passionate. I just can't shut up.
Passionate. I'm trying to be nice here, bitch. Do you are you trying to get aflamed?
No.
Then
It's okay.
no, it's okay. But yeah, MOGU actively participates in a lot of these things. That's also partly because MOGU's out to their family. And like their family's like super accepting and everything. So that's part of the reason why I'm always at their house. But also like MOGU makes sure to always like participate in events like these, and MOGU knows a lot more about like local politics and everything than I do. Like every time I don't know something pertaining to like politics or like even certain subcultures, like the other day I asked them about like exactly what the term alternative culture and like all the subcultures of that mean and everything, and then MOGU went on like this huge tangent, but it was very informative because basically what happens is that where all the common sense in MOGU's brain was, it disappeared and then it got filled with information like that, which is very it's very informative and it's very interesting, but at the same time that means when they're not talking about stuff like that, they're basically an idiot. But
Ow.
but it's okay because they wouldn't be MOGU otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only mushroom that I know is the one that can tell me like that can like verbally write a 6-page essay on racism, but then not know like.
Oh, how a microwave works.
Yeah. But then like look at me and be like, which button do I press to start the microwave? MOGU, I'll be like, MOGU, can you tell me the history of insert random thing here? Oh sure. MOGU, can you help me microwave this? Huh?
In general, yes.
Unfortunate. Can't shut up is equal is passionate. Or it's more than passionate. I suppose.
Yes.
I suppose. Oh, another good thing about MOGU is MOGU's been really busy with like, you've been really busy with a lot of IRL stuff right now, and your IRL life has not been very cash money recently.
It be.
But for one of MOGU's like first streams as a Vtuber, as an OG streamer, MOGU actually played a game called Space for the Unbound, which was made, which is this Indonesian visual novel, right?
Yeah.
And MOGU actually knows a lot more about like local Southeast Asian cultures than I do, because I am Chinese washed, unfortunately.
I'm just insane.
I'm neither going to confirm nor deny that.
Your silence speaks louder than your words.
Exactly. Yeah. So MOGU actually plays a lot of games that like are very informative, and MOGU generally has a lot of very interesting information stored in their little mushroom head. But if you ask them,
I can't do math.
yeah, I was about to say, if you ask them what's 1 + 1, don't expect a good answer.
It's window.
Anyway, MOGU, what are your this is like one of the last questions, and then I'll just like cook something up if we have like time or anything. But essentially right now, because you've been busy with everything, eventually when things calm down and settle down for you, and you know you can settle into the flow of Vtubing, like what are your plans for the future? What games do you plan to stream? Are you planning any type of like special stream, quote unquote, like for example my talk show or my writing streams? Like do you have anything like that? Because you draw as well, right?
Actually, to be honest, I'm not really much of a gamer. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like I've never really like Undertale was like my first game, because like I've had for me, like my family, like we are more like brought up in like Dungeons and Dragons, Warhammer 50k. Basically like tabletop gaming is pretty fun. I really enjoy it.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
like, when it comes to like virtual gaming, I'm just completely useless.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, so I might be streaming more games, because like I finally have a Steam account with my friends.
Yes.
And basically like I've actually been into Hades and Genshin Impact.
Yes.
Which is quite rare, because like I do not know like how to play these games at all. Like I'm literally
No,
just
you
doing
don't.
it. Like I just pick a character and pray.
Yeah, no, like when I used to play Genshin. I don't play anymore, but when I did, And even now, like I still know more about the game mechanics than MOGU does, and I had to go over and help MOGU like fix their artifacts and upgrade their weapons because they were literally doing like 59 damage.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And my damage is literally in single digits. Do not convince me otherwise.
You are single digit Simon.
Yes.
Um yeah, you plan to play more like you were saying that a few days ago that you were planning to play like more visual novels and that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah. It's those type of games that I don't really require to use my brain.
But can you like cuz you find a lot of these games on itch.io, right?
Yeah.
Made by like
I
super
really like
indie.
Yeah.
Do you have any like games in mind that you're planning to stream? Like for example, you had the Space for the Unbound. Is there any other games like that that you want to try and share with the world?
I have one called A Cottage Story, which is basically a cottage called dating sim, and like another one which is basically So Obscure by Stardust Soda. Okay, So Obscure sounds more interesting, but basically it's like a downloadable game for Windows, and basically it's about this boy who has been who has moved back to Hong Kong, and basically like he feels very out of place
Okay.
in the country, and like he's struggling to like adjust to his parents' home country, and he basically like openly like vents his frustrations on his blog, and basically like you play as Sam, but you can also be renamed. And basically, you're like a born and raised Hong Konger with like a good taste in music, and basically like spends most of their time like lamenting the bunch of like music tours in like the local area, and basically like you come across like the blog of Brandon, who basically loves all the same bands and lives in the same town, and basically it's a budding romance story. There's actually 4 endings. It's very interesting because like I played a bit of it, and it really reminds me of like the MySpace days and everything.
It's a romance?
Yeah. It's a romance novel, the gay. Yeah. No, but do you know something else? Actually, MySpace has come back again. Like,
It hasn't.
It has. Wait,
You're fucking lying to me, no.
No, I'll send you the link in the comments.
No.
It's amazing.
No, you're shitting me.
I'm not.
You're shitting me.
Check it.
All you know how to do is shit me.
No.
Oh no, all you know how to do is shit on me.
Yes.
No.
But it's so interesting. I really love it. Like, yeah.
You're not supposed to agree. Wait, you sent it in the what?
I sent it in like the you can see it in your chat.
I can't.
Yes.
You've been deleted.
Oh,
I can't see anything.
could be.
Okay, wait. I managed to increase your audio. I had to do a little tinkering, but I managed to increase your audio. MySpace is what the fuck?
MySpace has come back and all the kinnies are on it.
No. You should go.
Yeah. Actually, no. I'm gonna get like increasingly horrible psychic damage.
You can't take any more psychic damage. You're already like incredibly psychically damaged.
Yeah. I can read minds at this point.
Okay, then what am I thinking? Come on, hit me. Hit me with it.
With what?
I thought you said you could read minds.
I can't read your mind over the computer.
Why not? Let's go, Houdini.
No.
Okay, well, I don't have any more like questions planned, but I do have a question that I just thought of in my brain.
Oh my
I have a question in my brain for you specifically. Thank you. My only thought ever.
It's gonna be like, why are you gay?
Why are you gay? I was actually going to ask something like that. Like, okay.
Sorry, I enjoy boobs.
Anyway, Like, when exactly did you realize that you were like non-binary, or was it kind of like a slow progression? Because when I met you, you identified more as like trans FTM, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you met me, I also identified. Damn, the he/they agenda.
The thing about it is that like ever since I was a kid, I basically struggled a lot with my gender. Like actually, like from since I was 12, I always like identified as like trans, and then like I kind of became a lesbian for a bit because I was #struggling, and then I went trans again, right? And then I was straight for like a few months. which was
How
insane.
unfortunate.
Yeah, and then like I basically like started like researching more into like like trans subcultures.
You
and
became
basically, like,
IBS.
yes, thank you. That's my gender.
You're
No, but
welcome.
basically, no, but because
Your
of that, like, I
your gender's diarrhea.
Because the thing is, for me, like I think I'm neurodivergent, which basically means I'm kind of on like basically like I think I have ADD, but basically like AFAB like AFAB people basically get like diagnosed like less than
We were talking about
Yeah.
this the other day. Yeah.
You gotta explain it for me because my brain just short circuited.
Your brain is always short circuiting. There's never
Just
not
like
a
my
moment I talk to you and your brain is not short circuiting.
Yes.
Your brain's like an overloaded fuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so basically what Mogu's talking about is that the other day we were talking about how the two of us are very ADHD coded, which essentially means that we have a lot of symptoms and we show a lot of traits of people with ADHD, but the reason is that we both haven't gotten a diagnosis yet is because we're both AFAB, which means we were assigned female at birth. And what typically happens is that a lot of old research and tests were done on people who were AMAB, so they were assigned male at birth. And ADHD manifests differently in people who were born as boys than it does with people who were born as girls. Because this also pertains to the fact of how people like AFAB people are raised, because typically, especially in Asia and like Chinese and those kind of families, AFAB people are raised to be very what's the word? Very soft-spoken.
So
Sorry?
soft?
Yeah, like they're very soft-spoken, very feminine, I suppose. Very, yeah, like we're taught to essentially be like
They
this.
look pretty.
Yeah. We're like essentially taught to be the ideal woman.
Yeah.
Like, yes, we do the cooking, yes, we do the cleaning sort of situation. Which is why a lot of people who are AFAB with ADHD get diagnosed later in life, because it manifests very differently, and also because a lot of AFAB people don't realize that they have ADHD because we grew up learning to repress those kind of emotions and traits, essentially, or like behaviors. Yeah, we learn to like repress those kind of behaviors because we're taught that it's like socially unacceptable for a girl. But obviously it's very easy to identify in boys because AMAT people are allowed to let loose when they are younger, because a lot of people essentially boil it down to just boys being boys.
Yeah.
And because all the research was done on AMAT people, they narrowed it down to ADHD people need to have symptoms when they're young, need to show like obvious symptoms when they're younger, and they also need to be like hyperactive, which actually isn't true, because is essentially the version of ADHD without the hyperactivity is called ADD, but like people always like kind of associate the two together. So essentially, if you're not like hyperactive, people are usually like, oh, you don't have ADHD, you're not balls to the walls. So yeah, essentially what Mogu was trying to say was that, and also that we are both neurodivergent coded, but because we are both stupid, we both haven't gotten a diagnosis yet.
Yes.
Where were you going with that, by the way?
I forgot.
Fantastic.
No, but basically, oh yeah, I'm coming back.
Okay.
Coming back to me. No, but basically, like with that, like especially with like neurodivergent people, like it's very difficult to like understand the concept of gender in the first place because of like basically the fact that we can't really like understand social cues. So for me, like especially when I was younger, like I didn't really get like like girly girls of like like very like manly boys,
Manly boys are boys to men.
Yeah, the thing is, I never really thought about it until like they started like forcing like societal expectations on me, So like I guess like I guess like I've always been kind of like non-binary from the start. It's like I've never really like acknowledged like my gender as like strictly female, strictly male. Like I'm just here. I'm a mushroom.
You're a mushroom. You have
Thank you.
20,000 genders all at the same time.
Congratulations.
Why are you saying congratulations to me? You're the one with 20,000 genders.
Exactly, I'm congratulating myself.
Okay, Joseph Schooling. Yeah, but like, having that kind of experience growing up and like knowing that you're not cis or you're not like gender conforming essentially, how was that like for you growing up?
It was fucking traumatizing.
Do you care to go into more detail, bitch? Obviously it was traumatizing. If not, you wouldn't be here.
I'm the CEO of oversharing, so it basically all started when
I was born.
Yeah. No, but basically like especially in my family, like basically like the women are more like dominant in a sort. Basically like because of that, like I was brought up to be like very feminine. Like I was brought up to learn how to cook, how to clean. Basically like my male counterparts, like my cousins, they didn't really like have like a lot of that, because basically like they were taught to like study hard, but for me like they focus more about like being like feminine, like participating in like feminine events. And basically like I remember when I cut my hair short for the first time. Like I remember like kind of like some of like my relatives were really shocked that like I became like very tomboyish, and like I ended up like I found out about like binding and stuff, and I used to bind in like very like unhealthy ways, and yeah.
Like did you use like ace bandages and stuff?
I know, it's so stupid because like at National Day sometimes they give out those like masks, right? I used to bind with those.
No.
I would freaking like I would like tie it around my chest so tight, and then I would just like use like what do you call it, a pin to just like pin it down.
No.
I'm serious. Like
why?
I was insane. Like I remember like I used to wear like 4 sports bras and I was like 10 just to bind.
Okay,
like,
but Kin.
Yeah. and
you like the double sports bra method, right? You wear one frontwards and then you wear the other backwards. Yeah. So you did that twice?
Excuse me? You have seen my chest in real life?
I was asking a question. I wasn't being like, oh, so you did that twice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but basically like I was kind of like forced like feminine stuff for me, and like now like I'm slowly like relearning it back and everything, and like I'm beginning to enjoy like on like my own will, and not and stuff.
MOGU has a very specific way of dressing. I like to call it unhinged homeless person. Unhinged homeless person who got their hands on like a Sephora supply.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like
unhinged motherfucker.
In a good way.
Or more like yandere simulator, but like character design reject.
Okay, but seriously speaking, MOGU has a very Menhera way of dressing.
Mentally, oh yes.
Yes. If I were to put it into words, it would be Menhera. Very goth, very goth cutesy. Yesterday they were wearing a gloomy bear onesie that they cut off so it was a hoodie.
Yes.
Menhera is basically it's this character created by this artist in Japan, and it's like it basically represents a whole subculture of like
Mentally ill people.
sorry,
Mentally ill people.
yeah. It's like a whole subculture of people who dress kind of like yami kawaii, which is like it's taking the idea of like mental illness and making it cute as like essentially a coping mechanism.
Yes, I do the kidding. Yes, I do the coping.
Yes, I do the kidding. Yes, I do the coping. Fucking TikTok sound. I remember once I went to the doctor because I have a lot of facial tics and oh my god. Yeah, doctors are whack. Man, doctors are whack. Insane. I remember I went to the A&E doctor and I was like, I have anxiety, and the person was like, no, you're just idiot, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Anxiety cured, mental illness no more.
I'm just stupid. Yeah, so essentially back to the topic at hand that we keep straying away from. Every day we stray further away from God's light. Every minute we stray further away from God's topics. Yes. Yeah, so growing up for you, obviously, like, I don't think growing up for any queer person is easy unless your family's like, right?
I mean, like, even like my family took like a bit to like understand. Like, I mean, like now they're accepting, but like previously, like, especially like because I was raised with my grandparents and stuff, they were very conservative, and like I feel like now they're still coming to terms with it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's about the progress, you know?
Yeah.
I think the progress is more important than like immediate acceptance, because obviously this isn't like a, to be fair to like the older generation, this wasn't a concept that was openly talked about, or like it's not that it didn't exist, but there was very little education and very little discussions about these kind of concepts, and that's why it's so foreign and essentially difficult for a lot of like older people to understand. So I don't, personally speaking, I don't think it's necessarily about like the immediate acceptance and everything. I think it's more about like the education and the progress. So like now you're coming to like terms with your gender identity and your appearance and everything. So how does this your little Menhera fashion help you with that?
It gives me gender euphoria.
Isn't that everyone?
Yeah, like I feel like, especially like, because I feel like a lot of like queer people, like they place like a lot of like importance in like their fashion and everything, like how they present themselves. Like I feel like, especially like once I actually like found like a specific way to like express myself in fashion. Like my fashion taste is basically I must look like the most mentally ill person.
You must look like someone who just escaped the IMH.
Yeah, exactly. Like not really that. It's more about I need to look like the most like attention grabbing, you know?
Yeah,
like,
okay, that's fair.
I need to look unique. I need to look amazing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah. MOGU has a very VK, visual K and Menhera kind of style. And as MOGU likes to put it, my style is repressed homosexual who's into literature.
Yeah.
Which they said very loudly in the middle of a thrift store.
Yes.
But they're not wrong. Every time we take a photo together, it looks like goth and prep crossing worlds.
Exactly.
A goth and prep AU. Except it's not like typical prep, it's like gay prep. I'm like Eugene Liang from the Try Guys. Oh my god. Do I have any other questions?
You're just gonna start roasting me.
I've been doing that the entire time, bitch.
It's been an hour approximately.
Exactly. Okay, I guess this can be the last question. Do you have any words of advice for LGBT VTubers who are starting out, or just I think like LGBT people in general who are still trying to come to terms with their gender and navigate their gender identity in this very confusing, very socially repressed world? Mushroom.
I am literally thinking so
Mushroom
hard right now.
hangs up the phone.
Yeah, I'm literally about to leave this call.
No, take your time. I'll like fill the gap for you. But essentially, like another thing Mogu and I were talking about recently was the fact that when we both first met each other, like a year ago, I was still identifying as trans FTM, and Mogu was also identifying as trans FTM. Which is essentially the he/they agenda. But at the time, well, Mogu was like further along because Mogu's also a year older than me. So like Mogu was coming to terms with their how they wanted to present themselves and how they exactly wanted to be seen and to dress and and like coming to terms with their gender identity and everything, and not trying to conform to any like labels or anything like that. Because I feel like because I feel like a big thing with especially the trans community is like when you first realize that you're not cis, it's kind of like this game where you're supposed to be like, oh, okay, am I like do I want to be like hyper masculine? If I'm non-binary, I have to be like strictly androgynous, or if I'm like MTF, I have to grow really long hair and I have to be super feminine, that kind of thing. When like gender is a spectrum actually. Yeah, and like for example, IRL, I identify as NB and I go by he/they pronouns, but I dress more, I'd say more towards the feminine side. Like I don't wear dresses, but you can tell I'm not like hyper masculine. I used to be hyper masculine, but I just ended up looking like every other like fucking like don't flame me on my own goddamn talk show. I looked very fuckboyish, and I looked very I didn't look as happy, I suppose, as I do now, because even when you like come out to yourself, that's not gonna be, for a lot of people, for a very small percentage of people, it is like actually what they end up sticking with, and what they're happy being, and like good for them, but I think for a lot of people it's also about overcoming like the societal pressures to fit into any of these labels, because a lot of media representation for non-binary people is also like the idea that you have to get top surgery, you have to have short hair, you have to look very androgynous, in order to be non-binary. But you can the idea of non-binary is the fact that you can still like be somewhat female presenting or male presenting, you just don't identify with those pronouns and what they stand for within society. Because for a lot of people, like this is the same idea for like he, him, lesbians and everything, right? It's like you don't identify, or you're not comfortable with the societal implications that pronouns come with. Because for a lot of people it's like she, her pronouns come with the idea that you have to act feminine, he, him pronouns come with the idea that you have to act this way, and that kind of thing. So it's a very wide spectrum, and a very it's not black and white, it's a very gray area. Yes. Have I given you enough time to use your little mushroom brain to think? Have you managed to form a thought yet?
I feel like a hamster on a wheel trying to light up a light bulb.
I can hear you thinking, and you live on the other side of the country.
I honestly like when it comes to like talking to LGBT people that have terms, like I feel like it's very hard, especially like if you come from a religious family and like you have like a lot of like internalized like homophobia, you have a lot of like internalized like
Hello, Jacko.
misconceptions and everything.
Mm.
And like I feel like with that, it's just like you have to really take this process as like you have to make yourself comfortable first. Like when it comes to like accepting your own self identity and self
Yeah.
expression, like it's really up to you to basically like really like take this as slowly as you can to basically like process it. Because for like they like sometimes like when they find out they're gay, like sometimes it literally takes like years for them to like overcome like
there's
their
always
anxiety.
there's always stories about people who like get married and have kids, and then when they're like 50 they finally realize that they're gay.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's a lot of like a learning process, because
Exactly,
it's a lot about a lot about unlearning what society's taught you and learning how to be yourself. Like I had a question in my head, and like I had something to add in my head, and then I forgot it the minute I spoke.
Congratulations, you have won this week's Big Brother challenge.
You know when they say a goldfish has 30 seconds of memory?
You have like 30 like milliseconds, microseconds.
Fuck you. Mogu makes duck noises. Yes. Wait. Yeah, but I sort of remember. Like do you think? I think a lot of people.
I don't think.
Do you think? I don't think. Okay, shut the fuck up, bitch. You're not special. No. Do you think a lot of people tend to rush into like claiming identities and rush through the whole discovering yourself process?
I feel like yeah, cause like recently like I've seen like a lot of like micro identities come up. Like I've even seen like the term like anime sexual, and I'm just like, okay, go outside, touch some grass.
I'm sorry. What? Wait. Can we get an? Wait. What?
There's this trend on TikTok currently called anime sexual.
This is why I don't fucking have TikTok anymore. Why did you die? Why are you doing this to yourself?
I'm brain damaged. But
okay, so am I. Your point?
Because I feel like now, especially like the current like queer environment, like especially on like online spaces, like I feel like it's very like in a bubble. Like they don't really talk to like other like older gays,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like especially with that, like there's a lot of like infighting, especially with a lot of like labels, for example, like like he/him lesbians and like like trans people without like dysphoria should not have the right to transition, all that stuff, and basically it's really
I feel like, okay, speaking on that topic, I feel like the whole trans people without the dysphoria thing could easily be solved if people literally just said like if people literally made the distinction between body dysphoria and gender dysphoria. Because I think what a lot of like Truscum and what's it called, transmet people what they think people mean by the like when trans people don't experience dysphoria. I think what they mean is when they're thinking like trans people don't experience gender dysphoria, when a lot of people actually mean they don't experience body dysphoria, which is an entirely different thing. Like, for example, this especially applies to people who are non-binary. Like, this is a very big topic that came from non-binary people, because a lot of non-binary people don't experience body dysphoria. So they, like I said just now, they can still be feminine presenting, they can still be male presenting, that kind of thing. They just don't identify with the societal implications that are attached to their assigned gender pronouns at birth, which is like, fine. But I think that's what gets confused very easily, because nobody fucking talks to each other. All gay people know how to do is go on twitter.com and fight.
I mean, kid.
Okay, bitch. But yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, but basically, like I feel like with the current like community, because of like basically because of COVID, like a lot of like queer spaces have been shut down. Basically, like a lot of people haven't really found their identity. But also, what I'm really glad about COVID is that like during lockdown, a lot of people have like come to terms with their own identities and stuff.
Because there's been a lot of time to think.
Yeah. But the thing is,
Yes.
like, I feel like with like the current like internet culture of like like claiming identities, it's like I feel like nowadays like people just wanna like like claim identities just to feel included in a group,
Oh,
like
to be like
especially with
quirky.
I mean, yeah, cause like I mean, like I'm gonna be serious, cause like especially with me, like I feel very left out if I'm not like in a group or like a subculture, you know, like yeah, basically it's the FOMO feeling.
It's the
like, I feel-
FOMO.
yeah, but, like,
It's come back to
especially-
bite you in the ass. The FOMO.
Yeah, basically. No,
Yeah.
but with like the bunch of identities, it's really about like I feel like you can't like people can't really like categorize themselves into boxes, Like I feel like nowadays like it's better for me like despite it being a slur according to some circles like basically like prefer being called like like queer.
Yeah, no,
rather
that's
than,
not
like,
really a
finding
slur.
myself
I
to a
think
label. Yeah.
like it used to be a slur, but a lot of people have reclaimed it because it's an umbrella term and it makes a lot more
Yeah.
like I personally also always just say that I'm queer because it's very difficult to try and be like, oh, but I'm like if I list out the whole thing, I'm like I'm asexual,
you're-
biromantic, non-binary.
10 years later, I am like in my 10th regeneration, and you're like, yeah,
I'm in my
I'm a
10th
prince."
regeneration. I'm a mermaid prince. But yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait.
yeah, wait. Is that how you just end every sentence?
Because of you started where, now I can't, like, the where has...
That's not my
the-
fucking problem.
You literally started where...
Yeah,
in
but now
my
you've
name.
just said it all the time. It's not my fault that you picked it up and now I'm like addicted to the way.
Oh, when you say it like that, I'm like... I kind of downgraded, huh?
You are addicted to the way.
Yes.
With people claiming a bunch of identities every millisecond, I really felt that it's so strange. Yeah, okay, oh my god, I'm gonna get a little controversial on me, right? But
Vapor getting cancelled tomorrow.
Licht Vapour's over party. No, like, personally, I don't really, it's not a matter of like I disagree or anything. I don't understand what's it called, xenogenders. Is that what it's called?
No idea.
Is that what?
No idea.
Wait, let me search. Xeno pronouns?
Neopronouns, yeah,
Ne-
yeah.
Oh yeah, there's also xenogenders, which I think is a neopronoun. Yeah, like yeah, like xenogenders and neogenders, all that confusing shit. I don't understand neopronouns. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I understand if you're not comfortable with like the idea of like, he, him, or she, her, and I understand if like you're a little iffy about they, them, I suppose.
No, but the thing is about like they, them, like especially with like the current like LGBT situation, like a lot of people are like treating they, them as like the third pronoun when really it's like like an umbrella pronoun,
Yeah.
So like
So you feel like?
No. Like the thing is like I feel like I can sympathize with them, but the thing is like what I don't really understand about like neopronouns is that like what you call it, like
Yes. Homie malfunctioning on live television.
yeah, okay, go on first. My brain just died again. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, well, continuing on that, I don't understand neopronouns in the sense that I personally find they, them to be sort of the umbrella term. The umbrella term for all these sort of different genders, right? Because non-binary in itself is an umbrella term for people, in general, for people who just don't identify with like she, her, or he, him, which in itself, I guess, should be like the common term. You know what I mean? But then I don't know. Like I remember being on Tumblr in like 2017. And I saw people being like, here are some space genders, and I was like, what the fuck?
I don't know, cause like for me, like it's like especially in our country, like it's so difficult to like like get like professional help to like actually like transition and stuff. And I feel like I don't know, I feel like very disrespectful saying it, but I feel like especially with, like sometimes these genders and stuff, like it's gonna like I don't know, it makes the community like a joke, you know.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Because the thing is, like, especially with like my family, like like my dad's side of the family, they're very religious, and basically like if I came out to them and I was like, oh, you know, like I'm space gender, like I feel like I'm just
I
gonna
use
get,
vamp
like,
self.
I know, I feel like I'm just gonna get hate crime on the spot, you know.
You're gonna get
Like,
sent to
they're
an exorcist.
speed run to conversion therapy 2.0.
Yeah, no, that's the thing as well. Like, I feel that I'm all for like self-expression, you know. I'm all for like defying gender roles and self-expression and being comfortable with who you are. But at the same time, like, I just find them to be sort of the umbrella term. You know what I mean? So, and especially since it's like the quote unquote not real gender, right? Then I feel like it should make more sense for people to be like, oh yeah, okay, that's like the pronouns that I want to go with, since it's an umbrella term and it encompasses everything that she, her, and he, him are not, you know, essentially. But then the neo pronouns come along and they're like, I'm nya self. And then I'm just sort of like, what? Especially like I'm not gonna like hate on anybody who uses neo pronouns or whatever, but at the same time, if you're like, for example, this isn't like a gender thing anymore. If you're white or you're not Japanese and you use things like nya self, that's in a way that's sort of cultural appropriation. Like, I was talking about this with my friend who's really into like linguistics theory and everything like that, and they were like, it's not even a neo-pronoun issue anymore, or like a controversy around neo-pronouns. It's just like cultural appropriation, because you're claiming a word for, or I guess a pronoun that isn't in your language, so you technically have like no right to make it into a pronoun, or you know, that kind of thing. Something like that. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, it just, I don't like hate on people who use neo pronouns, but it's just very confusing to me, personally, with my little salmon brain.
I don't know, for me, like, I feel like with like, cause like, especially cause like I go into like a lot of like Discourse servers and stuff, right? And basically, like, I feel like the stuff.
If you
that,
could
like,
see the face I'm making right now.
No, like, I feel like the thing is, right?
I don't like drama. I'm in a lot of Discourse
No,
servers.
no. I was actually gonna say something very thought provoking, but the thing is, like, I feel like a lot of people, especially like the younger people, like the younger queers, right?
Yes.
Who have been basically like brought up like online and stuff, right? With especially with self-expression, they literally fight over like identity labels that will probably not even be relevant in real life, you know?
Yeah. See, that's kind of why I'm like, you know, there's all these like talks about how exposing children to technology and the internet young is good, so they grow up learning like acceptance and everything. I feel like there's a limit to that. Like, don't give kids like access to Tumblr when they're like 3. Do it when they can form, you know, coherent thoughts.
I was on Tumblr when I was 10 and it literally fucked up my brain.
Yeah, now look at you.
I'm a Vtuber.
This motherfucker. Goodbye, the talk show is over. I feel like there's a difference between actual trans people and people that use gender as an accessory. Yeah, okay, so that's another issue that's come into light recently. The whole thing about people claiming identities to be trendy or to be like ooh quirky, peace sign. Ooh.
No, like there's really like I don't know, cause like I feel like on one hand, like with people like suddenly claiming identities, like like it's because of like basically like more like of like awareness to like the topic and stuff, which I'm very glad. And so like I can understand why some people are like, oh, like you're just like becoming this to be like trendy and stuff.
Yeah.
You know? But like with the people that use gender as an accessory or a hobby, like bro, don't take gender like so hard, man. Like if we are literally on a floating rock in space, you know.
I never thought about it like that, but yeah, you're right.
You know?
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like people try. This is gonna be real funny coming from me. I feel like people try too hard to stand out.
They're literally talking to someone who dresses like a walking circus.
Exactly. No. Like, okay.
Can you on live television, huh?
No. Okay, I mean like in the sense that how do I word this?
Mushroom talented, you do cartwheels.
Like, okay, I feel like with the increasing awareness around queer identities and everything, right? I find it, again, like you said, I find it really good that a lot of people are learning about it and then realizing, oh, that's what this feeling is called, and then coming out and claiming those identities and being proud of who they are. But at the same time, I feel because of this rise of exposure and everything, again, a lot of the younger queers, the people who were raised, who were given iPads when they were kids so that they will shut up, that kind of thing, instead of just being instead of being beaten, like, which I'm not like glorifying that or anything, but you know what I mean, like the overly I think there's exposure, there's healthy exposure, and then there's overexposure. Yeah, so I think a lot of the younger queers and everything who were overexposed to the internet growing up and everything, they have this concept that these were like the genders that were defined for us, so we gotta break out of that mold, which I don't think that's yeah. I don't think that's something that like should be allowed. No, that's not the right way to put it. I feel like that's something that's not necessary, essentially, because there's so many other ways to define yourself that doesn't affect like an entire community. Because I think a lot of the reason that a lot of people also don't really take trans people seriously is because of the ever growing vast dictionary of neopronouns that don't quite make any sense, and like it's less about I'm all for self-expression. Again, I'm mentioning this again, but I feel like at the same time you have to realize that when you do these things, you're not just it's not just something for yourself, you're affecting an entire community, right? And like the creation of genders like this, and these like random ass like what C pronouns and stuff, like vampire pronouns and whatever, like I feel like that sort of makes it it's sort of like you said, it sort of turns the whole idea of gender non-conformity into a joke. Like, because you're suddenly adding all these concepts that weren't there before, which I mean, a lot of these concepts were also not there before because people had to pave the way for all these queer identities and everything. But at the same time, I feel like there's a limit to that. Like, I feel like a lot of people need to step back and realize what the fuck they're saying on the Gay Little Bird app. And
the thing about it is that, especially with someone who has like friends in like new pronouns and stuff, like I feel like some of them like like they feel more comfortable like using like new pronouns because like they aren't really like necessarily like gendered, which is like something I can sympathize with. But with one thing I can probably like disagree is that like with the new pronouns, because they were actually made for like neurodivergent people, which were basically like autistic people.
Yes.
yeah, with people who basically have like difficulties with the concept of
ADHD, stuff like
gender.
that, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, like, with stuff like space gender, it's like a feeling, So like I get that, like, it's kind of like a label, but like I'm not sure if like anyone would actually like put that in real life and stuff. Yeah. Or I literally have no idea what I'm actually saying.
No, I get what you mean. Like,
Mm,
I have neurodivergent friends, but
mm,
I don't think any of them really use neo pronouns. But if I do get a chance to talk to them about it, and like gain more insight on it, then my opinion will change. Because at the moment, I will admit that I'm personally not very educated on the topic, because I
mm.
don't have a lot of people around me, or I think at all, that really use neo pronouns. So I don't really understand the whole situation. And from an outside perspective, to me, obviously, it looks a bit odd, or because I obviously don't know much about the topic. But I just feel personally right now that it's a whole concept that it's not pushing too far or anything, but I feel like it's a concept that should only be it's a concept that shouldn't be like mainstream until the whole idea of being queer in itself is more widely accepted. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, cause like I feel like the thing about it is that, like, so like especially in our country, like we're literally fighting to, like, even like repeal, like,
Yeah,
certain
we're fighting just to fucking live.
And I feel like the infighting with like these type of like micro labels and micro identities really just like like distract everyone on like the main focus is. Like it's basically like bridging like division between like basically it's like dividing people.
Yeah.
From, like,
Completely.
problem,
Yeah.
Like it's basically like in community fighting and stuff. Like the thing is like we are like if we are all queer, like we need solidarity. The thing is like because of this like needless fighting and stuff, because of that,
Then
like, I feel
people
like
don't take it seriously.
yeah, no, it's not really about not people not taking it seriously, but it's more about people like queer people, like people like basically like LGBT people, like they don't really, like, take each other seriously because of like this type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like on one hand, for let's say like a new pronouns like supporter, they could be like, oh no, like I support it and stuff, right? But like the thing is like with these type of issues, especially with something like with like sensitive topics as like gender and identity, it's very difficult to come to a compromise on, which is why like there's so much like drama around it.
Yeah. Because again, gender is a spectrum.
Yes.
Yeah, but I completely 100% agree with what you said. I think a lot people need to like put these kind of differences aside, because at the end of the day, we're all just queer,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all queer, we're all not cishet, and I think that's something that a lot of people like don't really realize in a sense, because there's a lot of yes, I found the word. There's a lot of gatekeeping in the community. Yeah, there's a lot of gatekeeping in the community. Like again, there's the trust scum who are like, oh, you're only trans if you experience like body dysphoria, or you're only this if you experience that. You're only this if you have this specific something that makes you that. But at the end of the day, like sexuality, gender, these things are all a spectrum, which I think is why it's so difficult to put a specific label on it. So like non-binary, for example, is an umbrella term. Bisexual, as controversial as bisexuality and pansexuality may be,
Oh, bro, don't get me started.
It's also a spectrum, which I think is why people came up with it's why people came up with the label for pansexuality, and which is why there's so much infighting now, because they're like, oh, when it's actually basically the same thing. It's just because what?
So it's like bisexuality and like pansexuality, they're like, y'all are cousins, why are y'all fighting?
Exactly, they're just they're not identical, they're just sisters.
Yeah.
This is just like makeup eyebrows type beat, but yeah, that's why. So I feel like that's what a lot of people forget, that because you're so desperate to find a label, you're so desperate to find that specific box that you're supposed to fit into, that there's a lot of gatekeeping, there's a lot of infighting because of oh, you aren't specifically this thing, so you can't be this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like actually like what I find really funny now is that like like especially like the use of slurs and stuff, right? It's like, oh, if you're not this, you can't use this slur and stuff, and I'm just like, oh, like I'm gonna go up to a person in real life and be like, oh, you can't use the F word because you're not gay, and it's just like it's just so weird to me. Like this is very off topic, but yeah.
No, that's fine. It's fine. It's still like within the topic. It's fine. Plus, have you seen the beginning of this stream? Now then, we're getting serious about things, and it's been 1 hour 45 minutes.
The issue with that is really, it's like, especially when it comes to like identity politics and everything, it's like you're gonna go up to someone who says like, because like the thing is like some people still consider like queer as like like a slur, which is completely understandable, because like I have been like like used like some words as, and like it might be uncomfortable to be like reminded as that. So like I feel like to just like like police people on like what to say and what not to say is just like, bro.
Cause
for like some like racially charged words and stuff, like I can understand, like I really understand, because I know the context and everything. But with like like queer, it's just like, bro.
Yeah, I kind of get it. Like for example, I'm still uncomfortable with the F word, not fuck, but you know what I mean. Fish. Oh shit, you said the F word. Yeah, but like when people say that word around me, I still get uncomfortable because of all the things that are attached to it, whether they're gay or not. And I'm also, gay, so it's very, it's a case by case basis. For like, because it's not as simple as racial slurs, because racial slurs are sort of black and white in the sense that you're this race, you are born this race, and there's nothing you can do to change that. You know what I mean? But again, as is the whole theme of this whole thing, queer identities are all a spectrum. So where would it end on the spectrum for you to say this word, and then where would it begin for you to say this other word? That's the biggest problem, I think. Hold on, I got some comments. I don't know, for me personally, even considering being non-binary and admitting it to myself took years, because my thought process is constantly suppressed by the fact that nobody cares about my identity. I feel like I'm on the opposite section, and I feel like I'm on the opposite spectrum of the people that use neopronouns and change them weekly. Like, a lot of these people overexpress themselves and expecting that everyone will make an effort to get them know them in a specific way. I know what you mean. Back to the neo topic.
Bruh. Insane.
The neopronoun topic thing. I feel like people use neopronouns to express themselves in a very specific way. Because again, they them is sort of an umbrella term. So people use neopronouns in an attempt to really show who they are, which is like, I can sympathize with that to an extent, but also this is fucking twitter.com.
Man,
like some fucking stranger with with Family Guy as their profile picture is not gonna give a shit if you use fucking vamp self, Like, I don't know, I feel like, again, oversharing is a huge thing, and you overshare, but you overshare with people that you know.
Unfortunately.
Excuse me. Unfortunately, bitch, I will pummel you to the ground. But yeah, like, yeah. Okay. We're gonna branch into a completely different topic here, but I feel like a lot of younger people are way too trusting on the internet.
Yeah.
Because they think the internet is some really accepting place, and while that's true to an extent, a lot of these things have their own limits. I think that's something that a lot of younger people fail to realize, is that the internet is a safe place if and only if you're careful.
The thing about it is that, especially like I see like on TikTok and Instagram, especially, right, like a lot of people, especially like a lot of like teens aged from like 13 to like 16,
13,
right?
yeah, or like they're mostly like 14, 15, I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like they just like overshare about their life. They're like, oh no, I'm from this school, I'm from this place in America, and I'm just like, bro, you could just get kidnapped with this
It's fine
fucking
if you say like
information.
you're from like a state, because all the states in America are fucking humongous. But
Mhm.
I feel like, yeah, a lot of people have tendency to overshare. Like when I was using TikTok, I always saw TikToks about people being like, oh, I was a, like they share like literally their text messages from like their abusive
Yeah,
parents
yeah.
and everything online.
Yeah, yeah.
And while
Yeah,
like I understand that sometimes it can be a call for help, I also feel like there are people who will use that information against you. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's basically called like trauma dumping. And okay, I'm
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
go on
yeah.
a very big tangent here. But like basically like especially with that like cause like nowadays like because like mental illnesses are like more like acknowledged and stuff, and like basically like because of like wonderful activists like work to like like get this into mainstream, like a lot of people like especially like putting like their mental illnesses like out in the open, like like I have OCD, I have depression, I have anxiety.
Mm-mm.
And coming from someone who has done this and unfortunately is still doing this, it's basically like, bro, like it's just I don't know. I like recently I've only like started to stop it because like it's just like why would anyone want to see your entire medical history? Like damn bitch. Like okay, come on. I'm like it's like the freaking DSM.
You're putting out your IMH
DSM.
resume.
Yeah, it's just, it's like I feel
I've been
like,
locked to the bed this many times.
okay. First of all, it was only once. Kind of no, but the thing is, it's just that like especially like everyone is like making like their identities around it, especially on TikTok. I feel like because it's especially like trauma dumping. Because like for me, like out of topic, but I've struggled with like eating disorders and like
Yeah.
basically like how like people like very like flippantly just like be like, oh like hey guys, like I haven't eaten in 7 days.
Yeah,
on, like,
I know what you mean.
And it's just like, bro, it's not a competition. Your organs are literally dying. I can't shit without bleeding now, man.
It's not a competition to see whose organs die faster.
I know, right?
Yeah, I completely understand what you mean. That's also a part of the reason why I don't use TikTok anymore, because I always feel like on TikTok it's a competition to see who's the most mentally ill.
It's like 2014 Tumblr.
Yeah.
Big brain.
Yeah, because obviously the mentally ill community and the LGBT community are very close knit, because more often than not they fucking overlap.
Yeah,
right?
it's not even a Venn diagram, it's just a circle.
The pie chart doesn't have any colors, it's just one color.
Exactly.
Instead of like one quarter being like LGBT, one quarter being mental illness, and the other half being LGBT with mental illness, the entire circle is just LGBT with mental illness. Yeah. But I do understand what you mean by the oversharing thing. I feel like it's always nowadays it's always like, who is the quirkiest? Who
I am the quirkiest. I literally go out dressed like this.
Anyway,
Anyway,
yeah, I always feel like it's a competition of like, who's the quirkiest, who's the most mentally ill, who's the one that's gonna get the most pity, and it's gonna be like, oh my god, I feel like here's the thing, I found the perfect way to word it. I feel like everybody is trying to be Denville.
no, not Denville.
like
You're trying to kill me
yes,
in my house.
yes, I feel
I
like
know where you live.
yes, and if you come, I'll give you water.
Thank you.
I will take care of you.
I guess I'm on the way now.
Okay. But yeah, I feel like it's always a competition to see who's gonna get the most pity, who can be the most relatable. That's the way to put it. It's always who can be the most relatable by listing their entire like mental asylum record, and I feel like that is really unhealthy. Like making because while it's perfectly normal and even healthy to embrace your identity, to embrace your mental illnesses, and to be open about them selectively, to people that you trust, you know. I also feel like if you're just putting these things on the internet, that's really dangerous, first of all, because you're giving away, like, that's the first rule of the internet. Don't share, like, overly personal information with people you don't fucking know, right? And second of all, like, I feel like that's just crossing the line of, like, making it your whole identity, which isn't the point. You know, you have a personality besides being gay and depressed, fucking Susan, okay?
I feel like that was like a personal attack.
No, your identity is being stupid.
No, my identity is being a mushroom.
Okay, bitch, God. Yeah, but
hope in peace.
like, okay, for example, other than being enby and other than being having an entire like a 3-page IMH resume, you really like plants, you really like animals, you know a lot about politics and racial issues, and you're very
Oh, you're suddenly so nice to me. I'm so scared.
you're very
This person's going to jump me.
very well. Look, my Vtuber model just rolled their eyes when I rolled my eyes. That's how fucking done. And usually my face recognition isn't that good, but yeah, you know, you're very well informed on, like, racial politics and
Unfortunately.
yeah. You're very well informed on the history of LGBT politics and queer politics and identity politics and all of that, you know.
I'm a politician.
No, if you were a fucking politician, the country would burn down in an instant. But but cause you're too nice. You try to put, like, a murderer in jail and you'd be like, I feel bad. Starts crying.
I'm leaving this conversation.
And we're back.
Just
Hold on. Don't know why my OBS disconnected. That was weird. Hello. Okay, I think it's back. I think it is back. But yeah, sorry about the glitch. I think my Wi-Fi is getting a little bit choppy. But yeah, that happens. Every stream I have has to have one scuff like that. But essentially, yeah, you know, you don't make it your whole personality. It's a part of who you are, right? It's a part of who you are. But you know, you have other things, you know. That's not you don't go around introducing yourself being like, hi, the only things that you will know me for is for being non-binary and for being six different ways of depressed, you know.
I feel like you praise me too much, because I feel like that's how I go around introducing myself to people.
No, that's just on Twitter.
Hey,
I mean in general, you know, you're not like that in real life. You're just like starting shit on Twitter.
what can I say except I'm a mushroom?
What can I say except I'm an attention whore? But yeah, it's
I hope you're not like this to, like, the next person next week for time.
No, of course I'm not gonna be like this to the next person. You're my best friend. I have some liberties. God fucking damn it, bitch. This motherfucker.
I feel like we just need to have our own talk show at this point, because this is not even trans tight talks. This is just MOGU getting fucking publicly executed by fish for like 2 hours straight. Is MF losing the air like a balloon? All gay fish know how to do is laugh and exhale like a deflating balloon.
I'm gonna fucking kill you! I'm on the way right now, motherfucker! Open your door, I am standing outside!
Oh!
But yeah, where were we?
I have no idea.
Fuck! What ADHD does to an MF? Wait, I'm trying to remember where we were. Oh yeah, they don't make it their whole personality. Yeah. Next stream is Lish bullying the guests and then no. My bullying is reserved solely for MOGU.
Yeah, next week he's gonna be like Konnichiwa minasan. Today we're gonna introduce like I don't know some other person who will probably not be as roasted as hard as me, and they're gonna be like, yeah, wow, so informative. Wow,
Every
I
time,
love you so
every
much."
time every time I see Mogu, I turn them into a rotisserie chicken. A rotisserie. What the fuck? Rotisserie chicken.
Basically, yes.
I just start slow roasting you over open
like-
fire in the middle of the woods. But yeah, anyway, they don't make it their whole identity, which is something that a lot of people now have decided to do because it's hashtag quirky, hashtag I listen to Billie Eilish and wear neon shirts and oversized pants and
That's literally my passion. I'm going to kill you.
Can you stop taking everything personally?
Oh, I
No,
will die.
I will
I
take
will
everything personally. What are you going to do about it?
Die.
But anyway, yeah, that's an issue that I think a lot of people, I think a lot of like younger queers are doing because they think that's the best way to be queer, you know? Like, I'm all for embracing your identity, but don't fucking make it your whole life, you know? Your personality isn't being non-binary or gay.
It is. This MF about to hate crime me at 12 a.m. in the morning. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America! The way I sent Jacko that fucking Godzilla and King Kong meme, and their only reply was good afternoon.
No, oh yeah. Speaking of Jacko, they were asking if like do you like only invite like Vtubers or like can like random people just like come?
Random people. I could.
Random people, aka Jacko.
Jacko's like, oh my god, ooh, can I be on the fancy talk show?
Jacko should become a Vtuber as well.
No, Jacko will just hate crime everybody. Jacko will manage to. Oh yeah, okay. For anybody, for the confused people in the audience, Jacko is. Am I allowed to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Jacko. Jacko. Jacko is a.
Dying
Jacko is a Mogu's
horse. The horse.
You know they're watching the stream, right?
Oh,
Bitch about to get murdered.
I guess I got.
Bitch about to
I guess I gotta sleep with my eyes open.
I gotta sleep with my eyes open tonight, bro. Bitch about to get murdered in real time. I'll be the next Keemstar. I'm blocking you right now, white bitch. Get out of here. Let's pack it up. Hello, Hifumi. But yeah, I can see if I can, you know, get other friends to come on because I have a lot of gender non-conforming friends. But yeah, I could always bring Jacko on as like a they have friend benefits, unfortunately.
Do you just want to do like a separate talk show just for like just talking to me exclusively? Hello?
Anyway, I just look off to the side. This is why 3D models are
like
what?
You know, like Trixie Mattel and Katya, right? We have the exact same dynamic.
This is our fucking dynamic. Wait, who's Trixie and who's Katya?
I wonder.
Ask Jacko. What does Jacko think?
I have no idea.
Jacko, who's Trixie and who's Katya in this relationship? Mogu, please. Me included. Oh yeah. I don't know. I'll think about it. Cause this was mostly supposed to be like to spread awareness about like trans Vtubers and stuff, and you know, see how Vtubing has helped them. But I might do a little like special,
I just heard it.
a little special episode
So
every now
I
and then.
think, I think that Arden is. Ow! Ow! Ow!
I just killed Jacko.
I saw, I heard. It's okay. It's okay. I don't really make an attempt to hide my identity anymore.
Katya.
Which is Katya.
I'm Katya. At least, well, no, they're both bald. Never mind. I was like, at least I'm not bald.
No!
Wait, why do you get to be Trixie Mattel?
Look at my makeup skills and tell me straight up that tell me my makeup skills are wonderful and that I can put eyeliner on correctly. Tell me with a straight face. Come on, gay boy. Wanna hate crime me? Huh?
The Cirque du Soleil manifesting across your eyelids.
I dress as if Danganronpa is my main personality trait.
You dress as if you're a Junko Kini.
Yeah.
You do the fucking Junko poses on TikTok.
I can't even do those, man. I'm not even that flexible.
No lah, you're Trixie cause... That's true. Jacko just said, I'm Trixie because Trixie is more organized in life, and Mogu is Katya because Katya's life
I'm
is an
literally a
insane
crack
mess.
addict. I actually take meth. I microdose Adderall to keep myself sane.
This is a lie. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So
Yes.
going back to the
What
topic
topic?
at hand.
The what topic were we talking about?
the fucking just the fucking no.
Yeah.
The fact that a lot of younger queers are making being mentally ill and queer their whole identity. Like, embracing it is good, but again, you have a fucking personality, you know? Like, what do you do in your free time? Just be queer? Like, hello?
I mean, I came out to have a good time and I'm honestly feeling so personally attacked right now.
Every day I wake up and I get immense psychic damage. I feel like I'm a Pokemon in a field of just the same, like, psychic Pokemon. Except they all have, like, a hive mind.
Yeah.
You know? Man.
And
I am
have
one
the count.
I am one Pikachu in a field of Psyducks.
Yeah.
And the Psyducks are all just the same person.
It's like they're going west simultaneously.
They're all going where at the same time. They're like, where? You know the vine of the toy geese?
Oh my fuck. Yeah.
And then they go, and then they squeeze one, it goes where, and then they squeeze on the whole thing and it goes where.
That's me.
Yeah! Yeah, I'm the person squeezing it.
Basically.
Yes. How unfortunate.
Yes.
But yes. I think
Hello, unfortunate. Hello.
I'm smiling for the camera.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But yes, so this was it's been 2 hours.
Wow, I'm such an amazing conversationalist.
Just smile and wave, boys. Just smile and wave. I can't even wave because I don't have hand tracking. This is so depressing. He has murder on his mind. Me? Yes. All the time. Every time I see Mogu, I just think about the day that I finally get to shank them in the stomach with a knife.
Yeah, you know, we went ice skating. This MF tried to kill me.
Did I?
Wait, no, I tried to kill him because we tried to go cycling. So I tried to go home on the bike. Like, no, it wasn't even 5 seconds and I already made him fall off.
Unfortunately.
More like fortunately.
Fortunately!
Ah!
Motherfucker trying to get me killed. Just bob your head to this meditation. Counts as waving, does it? But yeah, so I think that's about all the time we have. I say like after this, either of us are gonna sleep.
We're probably just gonna end up continuing talking, but like you're not streaming anymore.
Probably, but like yeah. That's all the is that all the controversies that we have? Is it?
I feel like if I mention any other controversies, we're probably gonna end up talking until like 2 AM in the morning.
So
Yes.
your point being?
I don't know. The thing is, I'm just like we've pretty much like talked about most like stuff.
That's most of the controversies, right?
Yes.
I guess.
Me,
Yeah.
I get into drama. Also me. Sits here, but doesn't know what controversy.
God, give me the strength and mercy to deal with this motherfucker. But yes, I think that's all the time we have for today. I was supposed to end the stream 30 minutes ago, but we went on another tangent, just like usual.
I'm amazing. I know. You don't need to thank me. Like I'm just special. You know. I'm just built different.
Anyway. This stream was wild. Thank you, Claude. Anyway, I think MOGU and I should finally be starting our fucking DDLC collab next week, right?
Oh fuck yeah.
Are
okay,
we?
Yes.
Are we gonna
Yeah.
do that? Okay.
Let's just hope my computer doesn't die again.
Well, to be fair, you are only I won't need your model because I have no idea how to fucking fix that. I'll just use the fancy light up PNG like I'm doing now. So you won't need your VC face. So hopefully that'll take some pressure off your fucking like 80-year-old scoliosis and osteoporosis ridden computer.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How many times has this said on this stream? I'm very curious. Too many times to count. Too many times to count. MOGU just elicits size. MOGU just has that effect on me. Suddenly I'm filled with air and it just transfers to size.
Eyes. You're a
Si-
fart.
Size! Size! Don't you fucking dare make another fucking fat joke. Flatulence! You own everything! But yeah, we're gonna end it here because it has been 2 hours. I only meant for it to be like maximum 1.5 hours, but as usual, but as usual, I'm Lish.
Damn, MF started talking so much he forgot to refer to himself in third person. Come on, fish. Let's go. Let's get sickening.
But yeah, I'm very my model. My model fucking glitched. Shut up. But yeah, thank you so much to MOGU for being here.
Oh my god, you're thanking me. I'm so honored. I'm
Okay,
gonna
well,
start
fuck
crying.
MOGU. Fuck MOGU, I hate you. I'm never inviting you onto my channel again.
Okay, see you in the DDLC stream.
But yeah, as usual, because MOGU and I cannot shut up, we ran on for about 40 more minutes than we were supposed to. But it's fine. We're having fun. 7 viewers stayed around. So and I only know 3 people.
Congratulations.
I only know 3 people who were commenting. So to the 4 people who are not commenting but are watching the stream, I would like you to know you're stronger than the US Marines.
If you need paracetamol, it's okay.
If you
We
need
provide it free
Panadol,
of
please
charge.
go get some. We
I hope
individually, me and MOGU both cause immense headaches, but together we cause very severe brain damage to anybody who listens to us.
we have insurance covering our streams.
I hope hope you have a backup plan for your health.
Plan B.
I hope you have a hospital nearby. Do you have a ride? Goodbye stream for 5 hours. But yeah, I'd say the first episode of Translate Talks was a success. So thank you. Despite our tangents, we did manage to talk about some pretty serious topics and address even some of the issues that are happening in our home country. So I'd say it was a pretty fruitful stream. So Mogu, thank you for being here. Or if you find that too weird, fuck you. I don't want to see you ever again.
I love you too. You know, I'm amazing.
Anyway. Every day I wake up and deal with a fucking daycare in one. Like this bitch is a whole ass daycare. Okay, I'm a kindergarten teacher at this point.
Special needs.
I'm not studying design anymore. I'm in early childhood education now. You single-handedly have given me a diploma. But yeah, thank you so much to Mogu for being here. I was actually very I was actually very excited for you to finally be on a stream because our DDLC collab was actually supposed to be the day after I debuted, but Mogu's computer decided to embody Mogu and become a piece of shit. So it's been a bit wonky streaming wise for Mogu's side, and also Mogu's had a lot of personal issues that they needed to fix and sort out first. So it's been a bit inconvenient, to say the least. But hopefully, we will manage to do the DDLC collab next week. It is going to be pretty
insane.
I'll like schedule it, but as with most of my fucking scheduled streams, it might be delayed, it might be postponed. Either due to my own issues or Mogu's real life things, which take much bigger priority over little gay Vtubing. But yeah, so thank you again to Mogu for being here. Thank you to the six people. Thank you to everyone who dropped by to say hi and to listen to two gay idiots roasting each other like rotisserie chickens. Rotisserie, I can't fucking speak.
Come on, poetry.
Anyway, yeah, the next episode of Translate Talks should be next Saturday. I still need to work the details out with next week's interviewee, which I have not decided on yet. But yes, so thank you everyone for watching. Otsumi! Say it. Louder. Louder. You're on my stream, bitch. Okay. Otsumi. Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye for another 5 hours.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. Bye.